Welcome back to Houston Life. It's time now for our H-Town Sit Down.
Let's meet today's guests.
At 12 years old, Baily Cowart is on a mission. She wants other young people to be able to focus on their education without having to worry about basics like school supplies, hygiene kits, even shoes. Through the nonprofit she founded in 2019, she helps collect and distribute those basics. She even provides scholarships for those who need it most. Today, this remarkable 7th grader joins our H-Town Sit Down alongside her mom, Stephanie, with more on her incredible mission.
And Baily and Stephanie Cowart join us now in Studio B. Thanks to you both for stopping by Houston Life. Okay, so the obvious question, how did this all begin? When did you first have this idea, Baily?
So when I was about 6 years old, we got a letter home in our backpacks talking about how if you had extra clothes or supplies to give them to the nurse's office or the teachers. And I asked my mom why. And she said, well, because some kids aren't as fortunate as us. And so me being 6 years old, I asked, so every kid doesn't get their own box of crayons? And my mom said, well, yes. So we had a friend that worked at a very low-income school, and he pointed us in the direction of our first donation.
I think it is so great to be able to have this life lesson at such a young age, but it has stuck with you through the years, and it's something that you and your mom do together. And Stephanie, you decided as parents that you would start matching donations, and talk to me about the growth of this and having your daughter kind of go through this process to learn you know, that not everybody has everything they need, not only in school, but in life.
Baily's always wanted kids to be on the same foot. You know, she's wanted equal footing for everybody. So when we started, we did match her supplies. Things have grown quite a bit since then, so we're not really able to match now. But we put in a little bit more work on the backside to make sure that we can kind of maximize the relationships that we have to make sure we have everything we need. And we just urge her to continue what she's doing. And every year we ask her, how do you want to make it better? And she comes up with something every year.
Wow, and I understand that you had a sweet tea stand. You were actually selling sweet tea, and that's how you were able to raise the money that your parents were matching at the time.
Yes, when I was 6 or 7, I raised the money through a sweet tea stand that I had in my grandmother's driveway.
Wow.
I think that is it's so sweet. But you also took advantage of other ways for people to donate. Let's say a birthday party. Instead of giving you gifts, you asked people to gift to those that need items. So how did that go for you?
My 7th or 8th birthday party, instead of cards and gifts, I asked for donations of school supplies for my birthday.
That is really cool that you would be so selfless to ask to help other people. Okay, let's talk about when this, I know it's been happening for years, but in 2019, this really became official when you started your nonprofit. And I understand that now, in addition to collecting and distributing some of these items, you're also offering scholarships to help young people.
Yes, we try and pull money every year for scholarships for seniors going into college. This year we did, I think, $1,500 for each student and a laptop, and it may not pay for much, but we try and help.
It's a very significant amount as well. And this was first happening in Montgomery ISD, now primarily in Conroe ISD. In total, you've donated more than, 1,700 sets of supplies. The last 2 years provided, $1,500 in scholarships to local kids. And last year, you had 2 scholarships award. And how many will you have this year?
We're hoping 4.
That's
incredible.
Awesome.
Okay, let's talk long-term plans, and we're seeing video now of the supply distribution. What are your hopes and dreams for the future? Because it seems like this keeps you pretty busy. In addition to playing the French horn in the band, you're on the drill team in your junior high school. You've got a lot of things going on. What's ahead for you?
So eventually I want this small thing out of my house to be a warehouse, and I want it to reach more than just Conroe and eventually more than just Texas.
That's a great dream. I mean, Mom, you have to be so proud to watch your daughter grow and be so selfless in the community.
Her dad and I are both very proud. we talk about it's our third job that we don't get paid for, but we love it. It's very rewarding, and we meet some great people along the way, and just kind of seeing her make these additions and think of these other kids, and every time she makes an addition, it kind of blows our mind because it's things that we would have never thought about. So we're here for the long term, and we'll do whatever we can to make her reach her goals.
Before we let you go, because we're out of time, if a viewer out there is wanting to know how they can support your efforts, what's the best way they can help?
Facebook at Baily's Backpacks, Baily with no E, and we accept donations through Venmo and PayPal.
That is fantastic. Ladies, thank you so much. Stephanie, Baily with no E, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for making our communities a better place.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, anytime. And for a link to support Baily's mission, just look for the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, houstonlife.tv.